Hi everyone, welcome to the Sugar and Crumbs kitchen. Tonight we've got Karen on comments.
Good evening.
And we've got Terry on camera.
Hello.
And you've got me from Patchwork Cutters.
What's your name?
Marion. Memory's gone. I need a badge. Oh, I've got one here. Got my name. If lost, please return to. Right. Okay, so we've got lots to show you again tonight. I've had a request about the extra large music notes. So I'm just going to start off with those, then work up through the what we'd mix and match. Lots of little things in between as well. Okay, so just get me.
We've got a great audience starting to build. We're all shouting hello, there's love hearts and laughing's coming up because we forgot your name.
Yeah, shout out if you know who I am.
We'll just pick this lady up in the car park.
Right, so now I have to say, before I start really, I'm using the new sugar paste. Absolutely brilliant. I've covered all the cakes with it, and add Tylo powder to it. How much should we add? I usually about a teaspoon to. I'm like half a pound. I'm still in pounds, me.
Yeah, but they say that, don't they? About
yeah. Anyway, I knead it through. Everything that I'm doing tonight, that's it. So it's great because you haven't got to buy any separate paste, you know, for your flowers, or with Patchwork Cutters, and you don't have to get the flour paste. You just add your Tylo powder to this. Brilliant.
So
right.
Can I just say something?
Yeah.
So I know one person's just asked them, but I know a few of you are going to ask. Carol isn't feeling too good tonight. That's why I've come in to do the live. She's very chesty and wheezing and coughing, but she's putting some things on the website. She won't stop working, our Carol.
I know. She's supposed to be able to see.
She won't be able to come in and do the comments because she'd end up coughing like she was last night. So she's. I've just come in to do it for her. And while you're talking about the sugar paste there, saying how good it is. It's gone back to our special launch price. So the 2.5 kilo is £7.95 and the 5 kilo is £14.95. So you're saving £3 on your 2.5 kilo and you're saving £5 on your 5 kilo. Just to let you know, this is the last time we'll be reducing it to the launch price. When it comes in future, it will be coming in at the full price. So if you love our sugar paste as much as what we do, get it while the going's good.
Yeah, absolutely. It's brilliant.
I must admit, you love it, and all the choosers who use it love it. They said covering cakes and everything, they love it.
It's just so easy, as I say, with Patchwork Cutters, because you do need a paste. It's a firm paste when you add the Tylo, so absolutely, you don't have to buy anything else. But I'll explain about how I work with it as I go through. So, we had a request about how you get very small pieces out of the cutters. So I am going to do the music notes. But also, one lady asked me about, ages ago now, about the Las Vegas, how you get the little pieces out of that. So I'll just do a little bit of that as well. And then I've covered all the little pieces. But it's all more or less the same technique. But we've been waiting ages for these and they're now in. So I'll just take a couple off there, maybe the dollar notes. But all my kit, but what I haven't got is a cocktail stick, but never mind. I'll use my dressing tool and that's sharp. Right, so when I'm using the paste, so I've added Tylo powder to the sugar paste. All the colours that I'm using, I use dust colours. So a dust colour for the black, I use a dust colour for the flowers later on, for the leaves, etc. Because if you add paste colours, I find the glycerin or glycerol that's in it keeps the flowers soft, or it can absorb moisture later. So I like to colour my paste with dust colours. Right, so as usual, it's a little bit of Trex on there, and just a thin smear, not sort of frying anything.
Marion has brought a lot of stock down with her, and Carol is putting it on the website as we speak. So Breeder, the large sunflower, is going on the website. Keep an eye out for that.
Yeah.
Just
and make a bow. Make a bow's back.
When you're bringing it back, it's here.
Yes.
It's going to the warehouse tomorrow.
Everything that I'm using now is all back in. Now you can see I'm rolling this really thin, and on the Trex. So you take I'll start off with the little music notes. So again, I'm using the Trex. Someone said it was hard to get hold of Trex, but white shortening, as long as it's vegetable shortening.
Some people said they use the crisp and dry.
Oh right, yeah.
Because I know Lee Carroll uses crisp and dry as well.
Yeah.
But I mean, I know our Morrison's have still got the Trex in. They haven't discontinued, and they haven't discontinued it yet.
No. Right. So, yeah, as long as it's not an animal fat, then you're okay. Right. So these are the really little ones. Just start off with these, and I'll do that. Where did I put that? There it is. And these are from the Las Vegas. So these are the smallest ones in there.
So Caroline Bolt loves using the patchwork cutters.
Great.
And we've got a hello from New Zealand. Lady from Christchurch in New Zealand. Good evening, thank you for joining us.
Who's that?
I'm just looking for her name again. Now you know when the feed went straight. Here we
go.
Right. It's Maureen McNamara.
Right, okay. I'm sure I know that name. Okay, so when you've got your pieces cut out, it's easier then to just pull the paste away like that rather than try and dig it out. So just start off with that. So I'm just going to put these on here and then keep the bits straight. This is the little heart and the... Is that a club?
Yes. It is.
Yes, so I don't know. I love Vegas. Right, so then just going to take this little bit out and pull that bit out from there, and then you can just again take the paste away from around the outside edge. So it's very, very, very narrow, these little bits. And then I have a piece of card, well-used card, this one. So it's slightly thicker than paper, but thinner than a cardboard would be. And then you can just slide that underneath if you want to. If you find something like this, you want to just, you know, get that down that side. So you can just lift it on there and then pop it to sort of semi-dry, depending on what you want to do with them. But that's working on the small ones. Let's see if I can get this. I'll get this little. I squashed it now. So just that's my pointy end of my Dresden tool. If I stick my head in the way, Terry, you will tell me, won't you?
I'm just removing the camera.
You're just going to tell me? Where?
I'll let you know if we need to.
Okay. I was going to have my hair done today and then I totally forgot about it. So they rang me this morning and said, where are you? But, right, okay. Right, so there you go. So that's the little...
Can I ask, what are you picking up? They're asking, do we sell this card? What are you using to pick up the notes there?
It's just a piece of card that you just buy from
a piece of card?
Yeah, from any shop really that sells paper. It's just a slightly thicker than paper, but not like a chunky card, not like a greetings card. So yeah, I use it all the time. Right, so you're all happy with that. Now this one here, let me just gather my bits up. And this is the other reason why I like using Trex, because when you gather your pieces like that, the Trex helps to keep the paste pliable. If I'd used corn flour, then apart from them sticking in the cutter, it would be drying the paste out. I'll just work that again. What I don't do either, I don't actually add loads of Trex to it because, again, that can slow down the drying.
Well, you've helped Annette Lawson. She says, no wonder I struggle to get them out of the cutters. She used a scriber to flick them out. Now I know how to do it properly.
Right, well, if you have corn flour on your board, it's going to lift. When you cut out the piece, it's going to lift into your cutter. So I know this is a non-stick board and it all sounds double Dutch, but it's a non-stick board, but I use Trex to hold the paste down. So then the Trexy cutter will flick away, the pull of the board will hold everything down.
That's a good idea. Gillian Smith-Ogredisi, she uses the small flexi scrapers to lift them up.
Oh, right.
Yeah, you know, the small flexi
there you
scrapers.
go.
That's a good idea as well. Very versatile things we sell, don't we?
Oh, yes.
It's what you get used to. It's what you know. If you're used to using something for years and years and years, you don't really change if it works for you. But
that's like the same as if it's not broke, don't fix it.
yeah.
Have you heard of that one, Tara?
Oh, yeah, I use
Yeah.
that all the time.
I'm just going to come behind you. Just going to get some smoothers out of the cupboard.
Right. Okay. Right. So I'm just going to press over. Now this is the largest one, obviously. Jerry's a musician in our family. Well, apart from Neil and now my little granddaughter. We just bought her a set of drums. Oh. She's absolutely brilliant. She's only 4. Right, so I'm just taking this away from here, and then this little bit here. Now I'm going to stand this up on top of the cake. So for something like this, or the large numbers, or the individual letters, you work it the same. So I would take that one, okay, lift, oh, drop it on the thing. No, put it on your sponge pad to dry. Just take that off again. Right, okay, so put that on your sponge pad and leave that to dry, preferably overnight, but somewhere nice and warm. And I've got one there that's already dried. So let me just get this out of my box. Okay, so this is already dried. I'm going to turn that over. Now I'm going to moisten with water. I'll just bring my water in there. I know this is a water brush and you're supposed to squeeze it and the water comes out, but I'm too heavy-handed and all I get is a great big water blob. So I just still dip the brush into the water.
So the sugar paste is going to be on offer until the stocks run out, because the next time we get it in, it will be coming in at full price, I'm afraid. So get it while you can.
Absolutely.
I've got a set of flexi smoothers out now, so Marion can show you those in a moment.
Oh, I love trying something for the first time in front of an audience.
Just know when to show them.
Oh, right.
So that's the full set at $12.99.
Oh, right,
so you get the full set for $12.99.
Oh, that's good, isn't
And so
it?
you've got all those different ones there, and then, like you said, the little one there, you could use that to...
Let me just see how easy that does lift up, because it is thicker than that. You see what I mean? Whereas that does lift, it just slides underneath. I like using the paper because it is thinner, but I would do a lot of dusting and colouring on these as well.
Yeah.
You could just wipe down, can't you? They're good.
They're brilliant, aren't they?
Yeah.
They really are good.
Right, so I've moistened the dry one. Everybody all right on that? And then I'm taking the one I've just cut out and pop that on top, like so. And because you have a dry one, it's easy to slide the now soft one at the back, yeah? Right. You can turn it over. Just make sure you can't see. Now I can see the back one there, so I'm just going to give that a little bit of a push or a trim, like so. And then excuse me, just to keep it in shape and around there. And then I use a cocktail stick. Now, we were looking for cocktail sticks before. I brought everything bar my cocktail sticks. I don't give up. But you would just lift that and insert your cocktail stick between the layers, as I have done here. Okay, so you can see there. Now, the front of this, I have attached, I don't know what you call those. I should ask Jerry.
Is it treble clef?
Treble clef, that
yeah.
will do. Right, okay, so.
It sounds musical.
Yeah. That's something good for it. So, rather than try and put a cocktail stick in that very narrow part of the treble clef, I have moistened, well, I've actually put a little bit of the paste behind it and attached it. So that will go into the top of the cake. So you can see that from the front, you don't see the cocktail stick raised. There you do, but that's at the back, so that's fine. So I put the large ones, I'll just move that out of the way. I've got one here. What's that one then? A note with a twiddly bit, a tail. I can hear all the musicians now going, oh God. Right, so, but that, whatever that is, that's what it is.
The only one that I could remember was Quaver, because it was crisps.
And why does that not surprise me?
The quaver
Food.
Okay, right, so when it's all dried and you've got a front and the back, so again, you see the little cocktail stick at the back, you don't see it because the front was pre-dried, okay? I'm going to put those over there, out of the way, and then, they're good those, I'm going to have a play with those actually at some point.
So I've got a question here for you, Marion.
Yeah.
Your large alphabet cutters
Yeah.
emboss the right way round, or do they need to be cut out and turned around? Do your large alphabet, do they emboss the right way, or when you've embossed it, when you take it out, does it have to be turned over?
Well, they cut out the extra large. Which ones?
The large alphabet letter.
Yeah, they when you cut it out, it's as is. That's the front looking at you. If you wanted a double up, you do exactly the same as that. You put one on the back. Doesn't matter whether you turn it over or not. It works exactly the same way. I hope I got that right. That you can understand
Thanks,
me on
Breeder. We've got quavers and semi-quavers.
Crotchets. Oh, I remember a crotchet. Is that what we said before? Yeah. I'm more excited now. Right, so I'm just going to put that black paste away. So you're all okay with that musicy thing? Yeah.
That's lovely.
Music bit. Right, so I'm just going to. That's a technical term for musicy thing. I'll just get a little bit of. I'll still use that. So if you were going to put them onto, say, a cupcake, so I've got this this cupcake here, and water.
You was right. Debbie Hargreaves says a crotchets mimims. Minims?
It gets more confusing.
You've lost me now completely.
Minim. Or we could do a duet.
Easily amused.
Right, so I'm just going to put this little rose. If you want to know how to make that little rose, it's really, really quick. It's nothing elaborate. Let me show you this. I might have shown you this before, somewhere along the way.
How do you colour your paste, and what do you use?
I use dust colours. So all my box of dust colours here that I brought with me are the ones I'm using tonight. So I just add dust colours to it. For this little rose, it's like a one-piece rose, so you don't need any water or anything. You pinch it on the top, you roll it up, you bend that forward, you pinch it, you roll it round, tip it out, pinch it. So it's really, pinch it hard. And again, this is just the sugar paste with the Tylo added to it. You wouldn't think so, would you? You think it was really expensive flour paste. And pinch it again. So you can just take it to whatever size you want. You can do mini. We're going again. Tiny ones, if you wanted to. So you take your knife and just push that onto
Beautiful, Marion.
there. and that's your little roses.
Well, June's just said,
to go
wow,
on there.
that is so clever. And it is, absolutely.
Wow.
Now, I can't take the credit for this because many years ago, I don't know if you remember, she's gone, Margaret Ford from Cell Cakes, and we were waiting to go on and do a demonstration at one of the shows. And we just both of us sat there and we were playing with paste, and she said, look at this, and then and she did it. So that is attributed to Margaret Ford from Cell Cakes.
Yeah.
And they're loving it. They're saying, wow, great tip, beautiful.
Yeah, I mean, it's something to do while you're waiting for the train to arrive. Always have a piece of paste in your handbag. Right, so I'll just put that one back in there. So what I'm doing with this is, if you wanted to put, I'll get one of these ones. Say you wanted to put that on top of standing up on your cake, then hang on, you could just use that there and then that there, and that would hold it, and then you can put a couple of little leaves. I'll be showing you leaves left, right and centre later for a little spray, but that
is gorgeous.
it just gives you something to,
Aww.
you know, for your little cupcakes. I'll just put that to one side.
And just to let you know,
Yeah.
that note there with the flat top and the two blobs at the bottom is called a beam note.
A what?
A beam note.
Beam note. That
Yeah.
one.
That one, it's called a beam
A
note.
beam note.
Yeah,
Ooh.
with a treble
You
clef
see.
attached.
It's not only cake tech on here, is it? You know, it's a whole education. Right, so I'll put that. I will show you about the Vegas another time because we've got dice on here. But if you know when I made the building blocks, if you don't turn the paste over and you just wrap one of the blocks in red, and then I use a pen lid, top of a pen, to cut out circles. You can make dice. Is it dice or die? Out of them, and then because they're nice and light, you can put them on the side, just on the edge of your cake as though they're tumbling down. I'll show you that one another time. Right, so if you want to put these on top of a cake, put this one. This is the cake I've got here, so it's only a small cake, right? So that's my little bow over the join at the back. Now this colour. I just had some sugar paste left.
Sorry to disturb you. Which side design have you bought? Because there's a mix and match side design.
Mix and match.
It's a mix and match.
Mix and match.
Very good. Right, Freddie, come on.
Oh.
Out, stinky bum.
I'll let Marion tell you about that then.
No, don't. Oh, it was.
He welcomed Marion with a guff.
Oh gosh. Yes. I won't forget that one. Yeah, so what I had back at the workroom, I had bits of paste. So I had some of these colours here, already coloured paste, and it was the violets. I don't know if it was actually frozen blue. Yes, it was frozen blue. No, it wasn't. It was shimmer blue. The violet. It wasn't that strong. I had a bit of the fusion green, and I thought, so I'll use this paste up. So I just mixed the whole lot together, and that's the colour I ended up with. So I covered the board and this little dummy, and I thought, I'm not sure if I like the colour. But then, when you add the flower from my last stem, that goes really well.
It does. It really complements, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. So to begin with, I'll just make a hole in the top. If it was your real cake, you wouldn't have to do this. So let me just see where that's going to go. Ooh. Butterfingers, I'll make it there. But if I tried to push that in now, it would just come out. Right. Always have a spare, just in case. And I'll put this one in as well, just maybe slightly in front. That's the nice thing about this, though. You can make them. Just have loads made in your box, and then if you need a quick cake for a musician.
So how did you get the glitter effect in the sugar paste?
I'll show you that. It's really, really easy. So that little pink flower there, that would look quite pretty, I
Really
think.
sets it off, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, lovely.
I've got some royal icing somewhere, so I'll just stick it on with that.
So
And
Breeda's loving these. She says, "Brilliant, Marion. I'll be using these because I know Breeda musical family."
Oh right.
So
Okay.
Yeah. So
Yeah. I've probably covered some of the notes up now, but then you could just rub a little bit of Trex around the board, and then take some of your small ones, little bitty tiny ones, and just pop those on the side. You can do it with water if you wanted to. I think that one's broken, but the Trex will hold it. Only one of those with a little tail on, maybe. Oh, it had a little tail till I broke it. I have to say, what I normally do is I attach these on when they're semi-dry. So just have can you see that all right? Yeah. So it's just attaching some of those around there. Oh yeah, the glitter. I was going to show you about how to. Now, some cakes, like the wedding cakes, are really glittery, and you do that in a tray. But for this one, I'll just do a little bit of pink sugar paste. I'll do it into the dark one. Right, so this is the
Breeda loves it. She says, "Stunningly beautiful."
Oh,
loves it. She has used those extra large notes before. Now she knows how to do them even better.
Oh, good, excellent. Right, so if you're going to do something like, I mean, even with the cupcakes here, I've done exactly the same as I've done the large cake, and then I've just used the silver as the ribbon. But you would roll out your sugar paste to the correct size for your cake, and then you take the glitter squares. I'm not sure what they're called now, but anyway, you take the glitter squares and you just shake that over. I'll be wearing this for the rest of the night now, like that, and then you get your rolling pin and you go over like that. Okay, and then that will lift up and go over your cake. So you just put that over your cake and then go over with your smoother. I haven't got a smoother, but there you go, like that. Doesn't matter, put it with my hand, please. Oh yeah.
Yeah, I've got smoothers.
There you go. So that would be over your cake like that, so it doesn't come off. Okay, so, or you can cut out your circles and then put them on top of your cupcakes, so you've got your matching things. But you don't put any water, nothing. You don't put, I definitely don't put icing sugar on top of your sugar paste, because then the little squares can't stick. So you all okay with that?
Yeah, they're
all
loving that. This is a great idea.
Just get that. I'm tidying up, Claire. Where did I put that? So I'll put that cake to one side. I'll put some more little notes around that later on, so I can move my notes out of the way.
So Carol is looking to get some more of the glitter squares in. She did say she's going to be ordering some more, so check this space.
Yeah. Everything's so hard to get.
Yeah, it's suppliers only just starting to get things in themselves now, aren't they? Because they've been struggling.
Yeah.
And Claire's laughing here, saying, "Did you just say you tidy up as you go?"
Well, you always seem to, Claire. You always go, and we'll just wipe that down, and you think, oh yes, it's all lovely.
Yeah, until if the camera panned down, it's not.
Oh right, okay. I'll watch next time then. Right, so
you never reveals the secrets, Karen. What you're doing.
The paint board that Marion is using on is a Sugar and Crumbs non-stick sugar paste board, but unfortunately we haven't got any more, and we're not getting any more in, so it's I'm very sorry about that.
Right, I'm just going to get the mix and match set. Now, this is a big set. I love it because you can have a real good play. In it, I will show you all of them cut out later, but in it you get 3 roses. You get a medium, that's the large, a medium and a small. And what I've done here, I've just embossed the medium size all the way around. I've left 2 here plain, and then just paint it. Now this makes a really nice cupcake board. I'm going to put a cake on this in a minute, but yeah, I'll just
It's lovely, that
thing. It's just really, I mean, you can cut them out as well, but it's just really very simple but very pretty. And the cupcake boards, I mean, you can keep and use them over and over again, can't you? You can have a plaque with a number or a name or something in there, and yeah. Right, just a little of the alcohol. I do mix in my lid so that when it dries, it just goes back. So I'm going to, that's a bit strong, so I think I added a little bit of ivory to it. Now I come to think of it. So I'll just take that off and I'll go over with my ivory. Not that anybody's going to be receiving this, but you know, I'll know it's there in the wrong colour. Okay, so still quite dark, but anyway, I'll get it on.
It is a lovely way of decorating your board up though, isn't it?
It is, beautiful. It's so pretty, and if you've got a cake with roses on, it just complements it, doesn't it? I'll just use that little bit of there. Now the colour that I'd chosen was eucalyptus. What is it? It's a funny colour. That one, although it says pink on the lid. This is why I tend to keep things upside down, because the lids never say what they're supposed to have inside them. I just stick any lid back on anything, which is very naughty, but there you go.
Well, Gaia says she remembers doing this years ago. It's a fantastic technique, Marion.
And making it run into the groove, so you sort of, yeah, you touch it in and then really get into the groove. You don't want it just to sit like that on top.
Thought it was a break in the song there.
It's going to be a musical night.
I know.
Yeah.
My type of night.
Your turn. Right, so just painting up the. It's quite a pretty colour, that, although it's the wrong shade.
It all looks so
we've got you've got your, which could be cupcake board. So then I'll just put that to one side because I'm working on the cake now to go. If I plug that right on top of your stuff.
No, you're fine.
Okay, so there's a cake in here. Now I can't sort of claim this rose as mine either because I was looking for something to put on top. Yeah. And so it was a course when I had the classroom. Rihanna Webb came up and she did the rice paper flowers. So that is one of her pieces that she did on that class. But I thought, oh, I'll dust it up and pop it on there. So the rice paper flowers, they do look lovely, don't they? And if anyone's going down to the show where you were going...
Ardingly, a week on Saturday.
Not Wales, that I said.
No.
Yeah,
Marion said, are you going to Wales then, Karen? I went, naturally, I'm going to Sussex.
I've got no sense of direction at all. But Rhiannon's there, so if you can go and see her making her things.
So which patchwork cutter set was the rose out of, please? Right,
well, it's the mix and match set. Now, so is this little one round here. I don't know if you can see that. Yeah. So I like the stripy cakes at the moment. So what I've done there, I've used my little scraper and I've placed that on there, and then I don't know if you can see. Can you see that? Okay. I've scribed along just to get a very faint line. And then I've used, I'll put some out, just using the sugar paste. I haven't added anything to it at all. I'll probably need about 3 on there. So I've got bits of glitter in this now, bits of sparkly squares, but never mind.
It's very glittery kitchen, this anyway, so it matches in well.
Yeah, sparkly kitchen.
With sparkly kitchen.
So you can have the stripes as wide as you want. I've got my cake, my royal icing thing. So I've decided you could use a ruler and have them slightly wider if you wanted to. I probably only need two actually to finish this off. Right, so then I'd use that. Now, do make sure if you are using one of the PME ones that you haven't got the lettering. Oh, there isn't any on this one, but one of them had lettering, and when I cut it out earlier on, it had PME written on on there. So if you've got any writing, just make sure to have that. Now you can use your roller to do that. You can use your pizza wheel to do that, or just use your knife as I've done there. So I'm just going to turn that over and use water. Okay. You could glitter these, couldn't you? You could make these glittery. You could emboss and paint them. So much you can do. Now, if I stick them on here, is that okay? Will you be able to see that? All right. So I'm just going to. You leave roughly the right. Let that drop. Normally I would work in front of me, and probably a different colour as well. Should I use the lighter one? Never mind. And then you can use your scraper just to tidy up the sides there. Make sure they're straight. Oh yeah, slightly different colour, isn't it? That's okay.
As Claire said, everything's better with glitter.
Yes. I'm so not a glitter person, but a little bit, I think. So. Yeah, so that will have to come off, but I won't bother re-rolling that out now. Okay, so I'll pop that on there. Needs to be slight adjustment on the spacing on there as well, but it's really just to give you an idea, because normally I work at this height.
Yeah.
Right, so once you've got those on, you can go back over with your smoothers.
We've got a turntable, Marion. It's all right. You're right.
Okay, like that. And then I'm just going to put that to one side. And in that set, I said there's 3 sizes of the rose. So you've got the larger one, the one that's round the board, which is the middle one, and then all these tiny ones here. So I'm going to use the sugar paste with the Tylo added. That's in there before. Got a couple of lumps in there. Oh no, it's gone. Right. A little bit of tracks on there.
So don't forget, our sugar paste is on special offer. We have the 2.5 kilo at £7.95, the 5 kilo is at £14.95. When the new stock comes in next time, we will not be reducing it anymore, I'm sorry, it will be back to full price. And Carol has also put a discount on some of Marion's patchwork cutters today as well. Yeah. So if you want to go to the wish list later, or to the to the wish list. Carol's doing it as we speak. I don't know what I said then. Yeah, go to the wish list after the live, and Carol's put in some discounts on the patchwork cutters as well for you.
Real. Right. So all I'm doing here now is trexing the cutter. Now you'll notice, I don't know if I mentioned it before, but when I'm rolling out the paste, I don't lift it up and down. It's so important that it sticks down onto the board. Just make sure that's nice and clean. And again, you just pull these away. I'll just stick them on there, white on white.
So when you come to see it later.
I know, I'll do white on orange. There you go, you see it better. Okay, so you're just picking that up, and the little calyx stays on there as well.
So Breeder is asking, how much Tylo do you add?
1 teaspoon to about half a pound in old money. What's that in?
250
grams, isn't it? Yeah.
Grams of round,
Yeah, just a level teaspoon, not a heap, you know, just level teaspoon, but work it in. And it's just, you'll see the flour later on, the flowers I've made with it, and how firm they are. I was very pleasantly surprised. Okay, so then I would, the colours I've used around the board, I'm going to use again on these. So, get a small paintbrush, the pinky ivory there. So I'm just going to paint those in. You might think, oh, that's a load of faff, but it's nice when they're done.
It's lovely and effective, isn't it? And it's a special
delicate,
cake in that. It's lovely, isn't it?
Pretty, yeah.
It is. It's a real delicate and really feminine.
Yeah, nice for baby.
Yeah.
You know, baby cake. I'm just painting the calyx on, and then I'm going to go into. Oh, I can never remember the names. I just go by the colours. Hang on. That one's quite deep as well. If you think it's too deep, just go over with some ordinary ivory, and that will tone it down. Now I'm just going to move these away from where I've painted, because all you'll see is a mess at the moment there. Okay, right, so then I'm going to just put one little dot in the centre. So this is the one I use, mulberry.
Oh, mulberry crush.
And look, I use this a lot. Yeah,
We like that one
I
all the time.
never remember the names. I just go for the colours. Okay, so I'm just dotting that in the centre of the rose. It just gives it that sort of depth. That's the word. Right, and then you just leave them to dry. Now I have got some somewhere. There they are.
You're a Mulberry Crush fan, aren't we, Karen?
We are. Love mulberry crush.
Oh yeah. You love those. Oh. So I've got some on here that I've already done, and these are. I'll just explain about these. I'll cut them out in a minute. But these are our celebration numbers. So if you don't want a great big number like our extra large numbers on top of your cake, then you can use these. So I just cut them out and put them on there for you to see. But I've put I'll take the 6 and the O if they're dried. And again, you can stand them up on top of your cake, or you can, I'm just going to lay them on flat on there. I'll just put them there for now. So this is the celebration numbers, cut out exactly the same way. I would say that when you cut them out and you put them, say, on a board or a sponge or something, just place the number back over. With me. There we are. So say, what's this one? A 2. Okay, so when you put it on there, then take the cutter and just place it on top and make sure that it's in the right place and you haven't got this sort of curling up this way. You're just pushing everything back. So use that as a guide and just pop your knife or your dressing tool underneath and just make sure that everything is in the right shape. And
Just repositioning it, aren't you? Just making it into its normal, natural thing.
Yeah, because then, you know, you put them together, then they would go together. And you can cut them out. I could have a whole board of pinks and blues and things. So they're all ready, and you see there that they just do come off easily. So, you know, you can just, when you want them, you've got them ready. Okay, so I'm just going to put a little bit of royal icing in a bag. I'm going to use the number 2 piping nozzle. Right, okay.
So a couple of ladies saying they really need these number sets.
It's a really nice size.
Lovely, isn't it?
It is. It's not too big, not too small. and a nice size for going on the side of a cake. So if you were going to, you know, like on that, well, you can't see it on there, but on the side of a cake, and then you could put like an oval flowers around it. It's just a nice size, and even for animals, if you're modelling a teddy or something to sit on top, they can hold that, and you can still see it without it sort of being overpowered.
So this flower set with the small roses, what's the title of it again, please?
Mix
Marion?
and match.
So it's just called Mix and Match.
And I'm going to show you in a minute why it's called that. I mean, I'm just using the roses at the moment. Right, so I found that. Oh, I've broken that now. I've broken that and stuck my finger in that, but never mind. Right, so I'm just going to pipe along there, and I'm finding that it takes one flower there and two over there. So these are well dry, and again you can have them stored ready. These are lovely on cupcakes. They just go so nice, just placed randomly over cupcakes or cookies.
And like I said, they're so delicate, they'd be great for babies' christenings, baby showers,
yeah.
you know, even like wedding showers, you know, in bridal showers, and they have the hen parties now, don't they, have the bridal showers? As Terry's busy planning hers, I think.
He's excited.
Does everyone know?
Everyone knows, yes.
Yeah, only I didn't.
Marion got told today. We celebrated.
Fab. Right. Okay, so just last couple to stick on.
I do love those small roses. It's so pretty.
Just makes a nice edging to this.
That's for detail.
To this, and you could emboss those pink stripes. As I say, you could have them glittery, or you could emboss them with baby things, or whatever you want to do. Right, if I put that to one side, so I'm going to stick some icing on here. Where's my icing gone?
Just there. In front of you.
No, I was going to use it out the pot. You know,
put the
so
pot over there underneath the camera.
It's what?
Underneath that camera you put it.
Yeah, you see, I'm in a mess already. I spend most of my day looking for stuff.
Same.
I had it here a second ago, I can't have walked. Right, just put that to one side. So, pop that on there.
Oh, look at that.
That's lovely, that's really beautiful.
Pretty, doesn't it? I'll just give it a bit of a firm down. I mean, you could put the stripes on the board, you don't have to do the two things separate. I just like to, well, I wanted you to see the board separate before I did all that. So, I would put the 6/0 there.
So these are the extra large number set?
They're not the extra large, they're called celebration
There
numbers.
we go, I'm just going to tell Mandy Harvey. Celebration numbers, Mandy.
Quite a bright pink, maybe I would have gone paler, but hey ho. And then I'll just quickly pipe around the base, just to, you could do it with a number 3 if you wanted to do it more quickly than this. Just to finish that off. Fill in any joins and holes. Can you see that? Am I?
Yeah, I'm coming with the camera.
Okay. Good, aren't you? Right. I mean, you could put a strip of icing around that. You know, you don't have to pipe. You could just cut a long strip and wrap it round. A narrow, very narrow one. You don't want anything overpowering. I'm around the back of the cake now, so I could stop, but now the rest of this set, let me just explain about it. Nearly there. Oh, I thought that
So
was
the
it.
numbers are about 6 centimetres in length. Yeah, They are 6 centimetres. I've just measured a few of them.
Right, so that just finishes that off. Right, okay. So I'll just go and get the board and then I can explain and show you what I've done with the others. I'll pop that there for a minute. Okay. So this is the, can I move that out of the way now? Yep.
Yes.
Yep. So this is the board, and that you can have a really good play with. So they're the 3 sizes of the rose. So you've got, oh, I can have it that way, can't I?
Yes.
So you've got the 2 large, 2 medium, 2 small. I did them in 2, so it just
Bring
gives
it
you
a bit
one.
close to you.
To me.
Thank you.
Yeah. Okay. So you can see there, and then this one here, this oval shape with a little tail on, you can paint the tail. So if you put them around the base of a cake, it looks a bit like ribbon. Used to do ribbon insertion years ago, but it gives it that effect of ribbon. But if you take the tail off, you get this oval shape. If you take the frill off, which you could actually frill round it, make it flouncy, I've taken the small rose and I've popped it in the centre, so you've got a nice little plaque that you could put on the side of your cake. This one, you get this little, I call it a lemon. It looks like a lemon. So you can cut that out, and so you get 2 totally different shapes. You can put just one layer around. You can build them up so that you're filling the whole side of the cake. Here you've got this side, this shape, but it can go square on rather than point to point. And you get that cutter as well, which makes nice little flowers. And you can cut the centre of that one out. You get this, you can take that out. You've got that, so you've got a separate cutter there that comes inside.
So it is called Mix and Match Side Design.
Yeah, and all these little tiny ones, you get a little tiny cutter for those as well. And they look nice if you just place them in the centre of that one. So it's mix and match, you can mix things up. This one comes with the tails. Let me see that on there. This one comes with the tails, but you can cut the tails off until you have this shape. And then I've done a tutorial a couple of years ago now using this to make a nice sort of filigree tiara. I wouldn't call it a crown, that's a bit hefty. So all these, that's that one there, your roses, that's that one there, that one there, that one there. So you've got so much, that's very Moroccan shape, isn't it? So much to play with. There, that makes a smashing little flower, that one. And that one on there. Rose. And that's your little lemon one there. Okay, so you can see all the different things you can do. That's a nice flower as well. If you widen the petals, you can make a petunia, but that's a different story. We won't go there. Okay, so you're all happy with the mix and match, yeah, and the celebration numbers. Okay, we'll move that out of the way. So now we're on to the gerbera. Let me show you this. So this is the set. Now just make sure that that's 4 or 5. There it is there. Right, so in this set you have the large flower, and then you've got all the layers. So on the back of each one there's a little number, so that you've got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and that's the calyx cutter. I'm going to show you how to make some fantasy flower type things out of that. I'll show you that in a minute. Right, so that's the complete set. So the first thing you need to do is just make yourself a few little formers. So if you think about the gerbera, it's not a very dippy flower. It's quite it has got a slight dip in the centre, but not too much. I'm just starting to go around like that. Right. I'll start off making a couple of each one first of all. and then I'll explain what I do. Okay, so still with my, oh that's sugar paste, wasn't it? Pink paste that I've used. That's, oh no, that's sugar paste. Oh, I had some pink before. There it is. Right, so I'm doing the pink one. So you need to make 3 layers. Right, I'm just going to move these out of the way. And what will happen? Right, so still on the tracks. Roll this out. Okay, nice and thin. And tracks on the cutter.
So your celebration lettering, you know your numbers, your lettering cutters, celebration lettering
numbers.
cutters, are they the same size as the celebration numbers? Because they're 6 centimetres long, so are your celebration letters the same size?
We haven't got celebration letters. We've just got celebration numbers.
This was Leslie Irvin was asking a question.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
No. You might be thinking of the large alphabet and key, but no, they are not as tall as those. They go nice together, but they're not as tall. Right, so I'm just going to loosen this now with my piece of card, and then with my frilling stick. So this is the gem filling stick, and it's got ridges on it, so when you roll over it gives a texture to your petals. And you'll notice on some of the petals there's like a little dip, little piece missing, which is meant to be so that when you spread it out you get that little tear at the end of some of the petals. So put it in the centre, rock it backwards and forwards. All the way around. Okay, then lift that up with the card and pop that.
You do have a celebration lettering set.
A celebration lettering set?
Yes. I've just checked the image and I've checked your paperwork. I'll show you after.
Celebration?
Yeah, it says celebration lettering.
Oh,
They're all the words.
I was going to say they're the words.
Yeah, I know.
They're not the size. No, we've got celebration and we've got assorted.
Lettering.
Sorry, you're right. Celebration lettering.
Otherwise, they're all going to be looking at the website going, it says celebration lettering.
Yes, no, it's the celebration. It's the assorted and the celebration lettering. But they're not individual letters and nowhere near that size. Thanks, Carol. Nowhere near that size. It's just different words, you know, congratulations and stuff like that. So apologies, yes, we do have one, but nothing like those sizes. Okay, so you make 3 of these, right? And you put them in your little dishes. So, and you put them somewhere nice and warm. Just leave them overnight. Right, so I've got 3 here that's already dried. Somewhere. I thought she was supposed to be lying down on the settee.
Carol doesn't lie down.
Okay, so I've got 3 that's dried. Now, if you wanted to wire this, and I am going to use a wired one later, then what you do is powder green paste. I've used a dark green for this. think it's called Rainforest. Dust, again, dust colour, not the paste colour. Right, so what you would do is, hang on, pinch that out, leaving the centre quite chunky. And then either with a small rolling pin or a paintbrush handle, you're going to roll that out. This is only if you want this wired, by the way. Sometimes I do this at the end when everything's been put together, or if you know you're going to wire it, then you can do it now. Right, so you take this is the scraggy one. Okay, so just pull that away. Like so. And then you take, I'm going to work with a 22 gauge wire for this, but I add wires to things as I go. In fact, I probably do it, no, I will do a 22. Must be that one. Yeah. Okay. Right, so I'm just going to cut this into 3. If I can find my little, there we are. Now make a hook and then fold it over, so you're making like a little foot. Just widen that out a bit. And so you just put, you can use sugar glue if you like to use sugar glue. I just use water, but sugar glue is great. You can make it with Tylo powder, or you can buy it ready made if you don't want to be messing about. So when that is dried and your flowers are all, this flower will be assembled, that goes on the back.
How pretty is that? Aww. That's gorgeous.
So you've made, now I would add another wire to that and tape it in, and then but I'm coming to all that in a minute. But I just wanted to show you at this point about wiring that, because I've made a spray and that will be going, or one I've made will be going into the centre. Right, so I'm just going to take that off again. So are you all clear on that? You all know about wiring up that? Are
you all right with that, ladies and gentlemen?
That's all good. No questions on that before I move forward? Right.
Yeah, there's just lots of love hearts coming up, so I think that, and there's lots of a thumbs up, so
oh right, okay,
that.
We'll take that.
We take that they've got it.
Yeah. Right, so I'm going to complete the centre of one of these, and I'm going to use slightly darker paste. I mean, they come in all sorts of, you can have oranges and really strong colours, can't you? But I'm going for the pale pink. And it's 2 of everything, so it's 2. I'll just cut these out. I did cut some before, but I cut them out in the wrong colour. So, and I've got plenty of time without rushing.
They're all saying, yes, Marion, very helpful, Marion. And Lee Carroll said, yes, miss, I got that.
But if anyone didn't, it's no good me moving on to the next bit, is it? If people haven't got the first bit. Right, I'll stop there. What's Lee doing? Is he doing flowers next week?
He's in on Monday. I'm not too sure what he's doing.
What are you doing, Lee?
Oh, was it Lysianthus?
Oh, nice.
I'm sure, have I said it right?
Yeah, yeah.
I'm sure that's what he was going home to practice. Well, to do, to perfect it, I should say, not practice, to perfect it.
Yeah.
Because you was Anglesey, weren't you, at weekend, Lee? He did a demo down on
It's
Anglesey.
nice. Anglesey is lovely, lovely group. We had now Judy Banks, I think it was, at our guild last week doing royal icing techniques, and it was really lovely to see them. You know, again the royal icing, because you don't see it often now. I just need to clean that.
Really said she needs to go and check a stock of Marion's cutters. I think she feels like there's an order coming on.
Who's that?
Breeder. Yeah, and Lee is doing it. He said, yes, that's right. So he's doing Liz. I think it's Lizzie Anthers on Monday.
Lizzie Anthers, so lovely.
Yeah, great that.
Yeah, nice flower. We'll have to liaise, Lee, because we could imagine you might be both doing the same. The same. That'd be awful, wouldn't it? Okay, so that's 5, 3. Where's number 4? That's 5. What's that one? 4. Okay. So I'm just putting out 2 of each.
She is, isn't she, Carol? She says, my word, Marion's fast.
I thought I was being really slow.
Ever.
I did. I thought, right, I'm really chilling here.
So, one of the ladies is asking there, I'm sorry to ask, but is that modelling paste you're using?
Right, it isn't. Now, normally I would be using flour modelling paste, but what I'm using now is the new sugar paste from Sugar and Crumbs, which I've used to cover the cakes, but then I've added Tylo to it, and all the flowers are, it's made with that. So I was amazed when all this lot came out.
You loved it, didn't you? You loved it.
Absolutely, yeah. And you'll see the big spray I've done after. Well, I hope.
Andrea, we have got that on special offer tonight. We've got it
Yeah.
as 2.5 kilo is down to £7.95, saving you £3, or you can get the 5 kilo block, which is down to £14.95, saving you a £5.
So
And it's only while stocks last.
5. I'll just check these again. 5.
Yeah, well, it's best to do that, isn't it, just to check.
3, 2. That's it. Yeah. Cool. Okay. I'll just need that one in a minute. Right. So then, this is where you think, well, it needs to be done. So you get your frilling stick. Is anyone coming to the Dem Day in June that I'm doing? We're doing one, aren't we, in the warehouse?
You are, and I will have just, I'm sorry, but I won't
Are you on
be
your
there.
holes?
I'm in Tenerife.
Oh, you got a note?
You get away, you don't you?
This is my second holiday this year. And it's my second holiday since 2019, thank you.
Okay, all right, yeah. So I'm just giving this a little roll. Okay.
So sassy, Karen.
As well. Yeah. That was an excuse that came in that I felt.
See what it is? I go to Wales to visit a cousin as well, so it's always like I'm nipping off to Wales, but I mean, it's just we go and stay at a cousin's house. It's only like an hour away, so.
She's nipping and she's popping.
Right, so that's going in the centre.
Oh, there's quite a few people coming to see you in June.
Oh, great.
Absolutely.
Great. Lovely. Yeah, good fun. Right, so let's give it a bit of a rock.
And it is on the 18th of June, Annette. So it's the 18th of June, and it will be for sale on the website. I think it's on the. I'm just going to check now, just where it is. The social, and it's a social day.
Okay, so that one goes in there. Pop that one up the top. If I move this towards me, just tell me, won't you?
It's all good, Marion.
Is it all right?
Yeah.
Okay. Neil tells me all the time. It's difficult, isn't it, when you're used to working right there?
Yeah.
Get so sucked in with it sometimes we forget that, like, there's cameras everywhere and we've got to look everywhere.
It's great now, isn't it? Because I mean, it used to be, what was her name? Used to follow me around. Used to have this big thing coming over your shoulder with the camera on it. And then you went all posh.
We've got Simon on is a tech guy.
It was what, sorry?
Simon does all the tech.
He does do all the texts, doesn't he?
He does, yeah. Right, nearly there. You just got to keep. Now you can see from these all the different sizes that you get. You can do what do you call it? Michaelmas daisies in the autumn, and these little ones here. There's just so many that you can do. Unlike a carnation where you just keep everything rolling, you don't have any part of it unrolled, if you like. This one, I'm sort of making little grooves in the centre. Right, nearly there. Not a lot you can do about this, you've just got to go with it. But the thing is, because it's a large flower, you don't need that many, even one. And the sort of fantasy pom-pom flowers that I'm going to show you in a minute is quite sufficient for this. For a cake, you know.
So could I just clarify, when you said the demo in June, was it the one in our Sugar and Crumbs warehouse, or is it the one that you're doing on the Wirral?
No, the one in the Wirral's July.
Right, so you wanted to talk about the one you was doing in our
your
warehouse.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. No,
I thought I was leaving up the garden path then.
The July one is at Thornton Hall. There's only 7 places left for that, by the way, if anybody wants to join us. It's a smashing day. We've got Karen, Jerry and Leanne Tang. If you've never seen Leanne, absolutely worth coming to see her. She does modelling. So we've got Leanne doing modelling. We've got Jerry doing cake sculpting. We've got Karen obviously doing her moulds, and I'm doing whatever I think of the night before.
Do you wing it?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No, I do sort of think about it about a week before. But it's just trying to get a selection. So we've got, like, I'll probably do something flowery. So you've got flowers, models, moulds, and cake.
Well, Emma's going to the one in July on the Wirral.
Great.
Emma from Harlem Horses, she'll see you there.
Oh, great. We have, yeah, it's good, and you get a nice goodie bag, and there's a big screen. The food's great. I'll have to remind Carol that it's not the old one. We used to go to Inglewood Manor, and then they closed. I think they changed hands, but we went to Thornton Hall. Now, not Thornton Manor, because some people, they got in touch because they thought it had burnt down. That was that's Thornton Manor, but this is, we're at Thornton Hall, right, down the road.
Oh, you've got a couple. You've got Karen Nearly Good and Michelle Quinn. So,
oh, there you go.
There we go. You have a few people there.
I think we'll have to have badges. Do some Sugar and Crumbs. Right, nearly onto the last.
That is beautiful.
You see, now these all go down ever so slightly. Now, the one that I have dried, I was doing this like before last, and when I looked, I couldn't find my number 5, which is the very first larger of these, and so I thought, oh well, they just go up in sizes. I'll just roll it a little bit first, just to make it slightly larger, and that'll do. But when I look at it now, I think, no, it is slightly too big, because these do go down ever so slightly in size. So I think that one was fractionally too big. I should have waited and gone to get the proper thing, but sometimes you know, don't wing it, go and get your proper cutter. Right, so that's the last one going in there. Then you put, that one goes on. Right, you get your Dresden tool and you start to just flick them all up. Like that.
Oh wow.
Okay, and then you put a little ball of paste in the centre. Not too big. And with this, if you press it with the heel of your thumb into the palm of your hand, it thins the edge out, so you've got like a thicker centre. You've also got a pattern from where you've got all your knobbly bobbly bits. As you get older, you get knobbly bobbly bits that you didn't have when you were 30. Anyway, that goes in there like that. And then this is the last one. So this is your number 1. It's got on the back.
Well, they're loving this already, and they're just saying it's so effective and pretty, and they need it. They need it in their lives.
Good, because it's not, as I said, you can make daisies. You can make, you know, just one layer daisy with a nice daisy centre. So you would do that one, and then skip all the others, and just maybe do that one in the centre, or even that one, depending on the effect that you want. So if you did it in white with a nice yellow centre, there's so many different daisy type flowers that you can do with this.
And this has been on special offer at $7.99 tonight.
Wow.
It looks gorgeous. I love it.
Fantastic.
Beautiful, isn't it?
Right, well, so that one, then, you moisten that bit and you pop that bit on top. So you've got all your little lines, and then you get your Dresden tool and you just press all the way around the outside edge. Now you can widen these if you wanted to make it more frilly, or you can just curl those up. It's ever so tiny, but it makes all the difference.
Just finishes it off really pretty.
Yeah,
That's
just lift
gorgeous,
those
that.
up. Then you take a piece of your flour paste, or you could use royal icing, but I would go with my flour paste for this. I'm going to be really yucky and use my fingers, because that's what I would do at home. I'm just making this because the flour paste is super strong, and you could use glue, but because of all the different levels and bevels, you need something to fill those spaces in. So a glue wouldn't, it would just touch it here and there, whereas this flour paste gunge, not sugar paste.
So Michelle said it's in a basket. Is there anything else you're going to show them tonight that she might need?
No, actually, the whole thing, this whole spray, this whole arrangement is from this set. Just needs a touch more, it's just a little bit firm. But I'm just going to show you now about knowing how many flowers to make, because some people, they don't know when to stop, when to start. And many years ago, when I had, before Patchwork Cutters, I had a classroom, and I put some gunge there, and I'm just laying those petals so that they sit in between. And one lady in the class, she said that she's well gone now, bless her. She's a lovely lady, and she said that, could you come round and help me put my flowers together for my daughter's wedding cake? And I said, yeah, certainly I will. Well, I went round, and honestly, it was like walking into Nest Gardens. There were so many, she'd made so many flowers. And I said, how many tiers is the cake? How many flowers are we putting on? And she said, oh, I don't know, so I just made a few extra. Honestly, there must have been 300 flowers.
Oh my goodness.
It was just like, well, I just knocked that one off there. So I'd quickly stick that on, but you can see I'm not concentrating. But you've got your flower there, it could have a calyx there, and then that would have your centre bit there, green.
That is absolutely gorgeous, that, isn't it?
Hang on. So the point I'm making now is you need to know how many flowers to make if you're going to make a spray. So I'm just going to go over that with you. So all this needs now is a little bit of lime green in the centre, which brings it. And then you can paint a little bit of brown around the outside edge of that. Fine brush, and then you just touch up there. Not really picking much up on that, am I? Just to take it down into the centre. I'm just going to put that to one side a minute, right? Okay.
Absolutely gorgeous.
All right with that one.
Absolutely gorgeous. And as as Annette says, the green brings it to life. Carol Broad loves it. As Karen said, they're very versatile cutters, these.
They are, because what I'm going to show you now. Well, I'm just going to show you now about. Can I borrow your pen, please? Sorry, I've got a bit of a wet paper here. Charlotte. So, say you're going to make
piece of paper.
a spray for. Sorry,
Yeah,
that's
okay.
fine, yeah. You're going to make a spray for your cake, okay? So I always start off with buds. So you don't have to be artistic for this. You can put crosses, you can put circles, you can put squidges. It doesn't matter as long as you know what's what. So I'm going to put a bud there. I usually work in threes, one there and one there. Now these buds have got a cross across the centre, so I know that's my bud there. Then I've got prickly flowers, I call them pom-pom flowers, to go with this, because this is all very prickly and pom-pommy. I wanted something similar. So I've got one there, and one there. Now I'm just going to go like that, because I know then that that's my pom-pom. I will probably fit another one of these here. I'll have a few extra, so one there, one there. Then I'm going to have leaves. Now my leaves have come in groups of 3. So I'm doing 1, 2, 3. I'll have another one here. 1, 2, 3. And here is going to be this gerbera. No, it's not magnolia then. So either side of that gerbera, I'm going to go leaf, 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 leaf. All the artistic ones are going, oh, but I know that that is my gerbera, right? Then that would be repeated over here. So I know I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, at least 5, maybe 6 buds twice. So I need 12 buds. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, and I'll have the same over there, 5, 6. So it's 6 leaf sprays. And then I've got 1, 2, 3, and then 1, 2, 3 pom-pom flowers. So I need 6 pom-poms. Now that, if I think, well, okay, I'll just make a couple of extra, 1 more of those, couple of those, but mainly more buds, mainly more leaves. But only a couple of sprays. I know then that I'm working, maybe one there. I know what I'm working to. So then I'm not going to make 24 flowers. I know what I need to make this spray. Right, you all, thank you.
So how can, so what's the best way to store these when you've made them so they keep for ages?
They'll keep forever if you put them in a cardboard box with tissue paper. In fact, not even tissue paper, because these are so delicate that if you put them on anything uneven, it can break the petals. You saw one go before, although I've tucked it in and nobody notices. But bringing it here, I've made one that's wired, and I brought it in this. Yeah, mine's slightly darker in the centre.
Oh, look at that!
Yeah?
That's gorgeous.
But that's the one I've made, and that's the easiest way for me to bring it. So just have something, a sponge even in a box, and just put them in there. But don't put them in anything airtight. Right, I'm going to put that to one side because I will be putting that in last.
Tuck in that.
Yeah. Now, if it's not wired into a spray, which I'm going to do now, something like this, if I wanted, say, that on the side of a cake, let's get this music one back in. if I wanted this on the side of a cake, the easiest way, if it's not wired, is to have that on there. It's not fully dried, and just stick a cocktail stick under there to support it. So attach it on with some royal icing, and then a cocktail stick, which you can always fill in or put a little flower over the top of it. But that would hold it in place. So if you had a tall cake and you wanted like 3 on the side, unwired, that's the best way to do it, to support them. Right, so I'm going to show you now about making some other things to go with it. So firstly, so this is the spray. This is what I've drawn out, yeah? So where's my picture? So, buds, I've got 5 there. 3 pom-pom flowers. I've got 2 sets of leaves, 1, 2. I've got some spares ready to put behind that one. So that's one end. I'm going to just do that again for the opposite side. Are you all okay with that? Yeah, I'm not. Yeah, I'm not rabbiting.
No, you're not.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the first thing is these buds. I mean, they're so easy to make, aren't they? A bud. You can make them long. You can open the ends. You can clip them. You can do whatever you like. But I'm just keeping it really simple. So just a little bit of white paste. And I'm just going to use a 26 gauge. Finish with a 22. So I'm going to start off with a 26. Right. I usually cut them into 3. Oh, that's not gone through. Should cut them singly, really. Right. So all I'm going to do with this is make a hook. Now I use quite light wires really, because I find the old arthritis, I can't bend things very easily. So, but 26, 28, I'm fine. So I'm going to just chip that into some water, the hook, into my little bud. And then with my knife...
Did you say 26 gauge?
Yes,
gauge.
yes. I'm using 26 gauge for that. Where's my little towel knife gone now?
You took it down there to wash it, or you?
Oh, I've got one here. Yeah. Got them all over the place, covered in gunge.
I don't know.
Thank you. A cloth. That's what my pennies for. Right. Okay, so I'm just going to, first of all, I'm just going to cut through the top like that, yeah? And then I'm using my Dresden tool just to make that a little bit deeper. And then turn it over and go the other side, trying to match them up. Don't worry if you don't get too hung up on it. People look at the whole thing, they don't start studying how many grooves on a bud. Right, so that's that. Then I'm going to push another one into the side of it. So that hook that will catch inside the bud, and then this will just be for strength. I have cut some tape. This is your full width tape, and I have cut some up into half widths. It's up to you. I can use, if I use full width, I can get down much quicker than half width. So you stretch it, that releases the gum. Because if you look at it unstretched, it looks like crepe paper, and that's the gum on it. So if you stretch it like that, and then I'm going to go, if you're left-handedly, I know it's a pain in the backside, you're going to have to go the opposite way, but I'm right-handed, so I'm doing that. So you wrap that round a little ways down, and you roll it between your finger and thumb, and that secures the gum. And then slide it up underneath your bud. I've got tracks on my hands. And then go down, all the way down with that one. Okay, that's your bud. So I'm just going to put that to one side. Now your flower, all these flowers, these pom-pom flowers, are made with your calyx of your gerbera. That one, the zigzaggy one.
And if you use the gerbera cutters for cupcakes, would you still add tylos?
If you make it, if you're making for the flowers, yeah.
Yeah, if you're making them for cupcakes.
Yeah, I mean, not to cover the cupcake, obviously, because there's no need to. It's just sugar paste. But if you're going to put a flour, well, you wouldn't put that size flour. But if you're going to put a flour on a cupcake, yes, think of it as the flour. And although it's, I mean, it's totally edible, and if you, they're not going to be rock hard to eat, even if you have added Tylo to it. You can still crunch away. Where's that little bit there? I always eat them. The little bits that's left. But yeah, I mean, anything onto a cake, you don't add a hardener to it. Anything that you want to dry hard, like a flour, then yes, you do. Now I'll go and get these balls. Where are they?
So ladies as well, anybody placing an order tonight and ordering any of Patchwork cutters from Marion, she has brought in a few free gifts for us again to give away.
Yeah, the summer garland, so, lovely on a cupcake board, painted.
Just show that one if you want.
Yeah.
So we've got a few of these to go with. So if you just would like to put in your comments, watch Marion's live.
So here you've got like a little open rose, you've got honeysuckle pips, leaves, a fuchsia, pansy bud, but that embossed onto like I did the painted thing before, the roses, but that just embossed and painted on the cupcake board. Looks great. Or you can cut the whole thing out and paint them and put them around the side of a cake, like garlands. So yeah. Or you can just cut out, press over which flower you want to take, and just take the individual flowers out.
Beautiful.
It's part of the 4 seasons one. We've got the spring, summer, winter, autumn and winter. Right, so the first thing you do with this, you're going to cut out, that looks like a pow sign, doesn't it? Kapow. It's got a little bit there. Right, so this is similar to a carnation fold. So you do that, then you would lift up, fold it in half, moisten again, take your wire, again a loose hook. If you flatten that so it's just like a thickened end, it's not going to work. You've got to have a hook, an open hook, so that it catches in there and it will hold it. So I'm going to put that in the centre, fold a third over, keeping the tops level. Don't go like that and think, oh right, the tops are level. Then you take this side over, like so, and then you just give it a little bit of a crunch.
They're gorgeous.
Now that is that, yeah? So if I just take the wire out, what I've done there, you've done exactly the same. You'll fold it, and then if you get your Dresden tool and just press so that you get a bit of a dip, moisten with water, and then this first layer's dried, that goes on like so. Put another one. Okay. Pull that out, get rid of all this. So, water, fold it, water, fold it third, not putting the wire in, fold it over, get your Dresden tool, flat end, press that groove, moisten, and then that will fit onto that first layer.
That's so effective. That is lovely.
Bring them all up, make sure you've got them. As long as that first one's dry, then you tickety-boo. And then you can put another one. So I've got 3 layers on these here. And then what I've done, I just go over with my sharp end of my Dresden tool and press on a few little grooves on the back. I won't bother with the third layer because you can see what I've done. And then, again, I'm going to attach another, needs more water. going to attach another wire onto there, push it in, and then take that up. I mean, obviously you'll have them all dried before you would do this, but push that up into the flower.
Pauline Carr says, absolute genius, Marion.
Well, do you know what? You look at it and you think, what else can I do with this? And I was saying before about the daisies, which are pretty obvious what you can do with that. But you need to look at them and think, well, what can I do with that? What can I do? And because of the flower, the gerbera is quite a frilly, fussy flower. I wanted something spiky to go with it. Just need to bring that down a bit there. So I'm just going to put that to one side. I won't dust these just yet because I'm going to do all the dusting together. Oh, that's come off, but anyway. That's because I'm playing around with it and it's not dry. You tape the tape once they're dry, so I'll put that there. I've got some dry over there.
Andrea Lucas is asking, if you use a thicker wire, would you still use 2 wires?
You can use a thicker wire, and probably not. It depends on. I like to tape 2 together because you do get a thicker stem, especially on the gerbera. You know, you want a thick stem on that. You could use a thicker wire, probably get away with it, yeah. But on this one, no, because the first one is wired and left to dry. Oh, the other ones actually, I think I've actually wired all of them and put them on, but you can get away with just that and then the thicker wire. But yeah, that's what I've done with those, I forgot. Each one of these I've put a wire in, so there's 3 wires going in onto the dried one. But yeah, a thicker wire would work fine. I wonder why that was fiddling about. Lost track. Right, so so for these leaves then, now years ago I did a demonstration, I think it might have been Skipton, or you know what I'm like with the geography rubbish, but it's over that way, and it's a club. It was called the Twiddle and Stick Club. You may have heard of it. Great bunch of girls, and so their thing was twiddle and stick. So for these leaves, no cutter, you're just going to get in there. I mean, Carol still sells all the wires, doesn't she? Does she?
Oh yeah, we do sell wires, yeah.
Yeah, I'll get that in a minute. Okay, so you can either have long, narrow leaves, or you can have short, fatter leaves. Yeah. But you're going to take a little piece of paste, and again I'll stick to 26 because that's what I've got on the go. And you don't have to make a hook this time. All you do is dip the end of the wire into water, take your little ball of paste, put it in, and this is the twiddle bit. So you're twiddling that onto your wire, and hence the name of the group that they have, the Twiddle and Stick. Probably too much there. So you're twiddling that around, and then you put a little water. You decide which end you like best, so I'm going to put mine there. Put that on, give it a little press, so that's your stick. So twiddle on the wire, and then you stick that on the back. And then I like to get my frilling stick. Again, I use frilling sticks a lot. So place that on that side, on that side. Now these are quite plain leaves. I'm going to lift that up, put it onto a sponge, and then with your Dresden tool, sharp pointy side, just down the middle like that, and give a little pinch. So then you can put that in your dimpled sponge
behind you in the cupboard.
As well.
Behind you in the cupboard. Underneath.
Oh no, I brought them with me.
Yeah. I thought you were looking for one, sorry.
No, sorry. Well, I was, but right. So that's that one, or you can have the chuggly one. So it's entirely up to you. That one, even without a wire, if you just did that, texture it, turn it over, soften the edge so you get a bit of movement straight down the centre, and that on the side of that rose there. So you don't always have to have big wired. Did you see that one there? Yeah.
Yeah, so it's great there, isn't
Okay.
it? Yeah.
Put that one there. So I've got leaves now. I've got some ready to. So those I'm going to do the dusting. So dusting's really easy. I'm using. I like the frosted leaf, but it's just a green and a gold mixed together. If I can find it, it's here somewhere. It's in a little flat pot. Oh, I'll go with lime. Can't find it. It's here somewhere.
I'm just thinking, my eyes are
See
confused.
what
I'm going round.
I know, you see. Claire, help. Oh, isn't that funny? Anyway, whatever. So, piece of kitchen roll. Have we got any kitchen?
Yeah, down at the bottom, just down
Okay.
near that mixer.
That's it.
See it?
Right. So on these then, all you would do is it's a slightly different shade there. So yeah, each of those quarter pieces were wired. So I had about 4 wires. That's why they're quite chunky. But yeah, the question about one stronger wire and then everything attached to it, yeah, it would work. So that, you just brush a little bit of the green around the bottom, and that's what I've done there. These are just brushed around the base. And that's what I've done there. So I've got a little group of them.
So it just brings them to life, doesn't it? It's
Yeah.
Just a little bit of dust there can just change them completely.
Yeah. So that's all my wired ones there, all ready to go. Good for using up bits of paste as well. The leaves, these are all in my groups of 3, apart from them. And so what I do with these, with this leaf, I'll do this on here, I'll get the dark green, and then I usually go down the centre with a frosted leaf, then dry. I'll do it on this one. Yeah. I'm going to find this frosted leaf in a minute, aren't I? But I go round the outside edge, I tend to go round the outside edge of the leaf.
That's pretty.
With a darker green. And then with my missing one.
Which are you missing a leaf?
No, the colour. And then I usually go down the centre. You see there's a bit of shine to it. It's not in a pot, it's in a flat pot. I might not have even brought it, it's probably at home. But you can see on there, I'm using, this one's shimmering, shell green. And that's a sort of a shimmer one. I've done them now, hon. Karen, it's okay, love.
Yeah, no, I think you might have left it at home.
Probably have. Along with my cocktail sticks.
They're there on the side going, I think we're supposed to go.
Right, so with the leaves then, you're going to start off with one. And again, put a little bit of tape on there. Push it up to the back of the leaf. And only go down about 2 inches. You don't have to go all the way down. You move these out of the way. So there's that one, that one, that one. Right, so they've already been taped. So start off again, a little way down, then bring one to the right, a bit shorter. Oh. Should have got all the tricks off my fingers first. So one to the right and one to the left. Now rather than just having them flat, and then go all the way down. So don't have them just flat like that. Lift them lift them up, lift them up. That one you can bend a bit. So you've got a little bit of movement in the spray, in the leaves. Maybe that one, that way, that one, up, that. So if you look at them side on, they're not flat. They're not just sitting flat. Okay, so I'm going to put this end bit together. I'll keep that one as a spare and one short. You see, you could put that like that if you wanted and have a 5 leaf spray, but I don't for this. Oh, the other thing that you can do is I've made the same leaves, these are still a little bit soft, in yellow paste, so exactly the same as that, but then if you mix some alcohol with that and then just randomly paint. Not quite to the end. Okay, and then just leave that to dry. And then you would just put those together the same. I don't think I'll be using them now, but slide it up 2 inches down, put that on. So when you put it on, put it at an angle. I'm not coming out straight like that. I'm putting it on a layer over the top of the wire, wrap that round, and then I'm coming down at an angle. Okay.
So the frilling stick that Marion's using is the number 12 gem. It's the Vayner Friller Scallop Modelling Tool, and it is in stock. It's $7.99. I have just put a link on the chat now for you.
Yeah, the frilling stick, I wouldn't be without it. I mean, you've got your little smiley mouth at the other end as well for your models, but those three things, the Dresden tool, the frilling stick and the bone tool, I'd be lost. You know, if they say, what if you went to a desert island, what do you need to take with you? That's it. Blow the music, I need my frilling stick.
Don't know what she's going to frill on the desert island, but she's taking the frilling stick.
She'll find something.
I've always said if you ever get stuck in a lift, get stuck with me, because in my handbag I've always got a frilling stick, a bone tool, a bit of paste.
Oh, so you can,
I can do
play tea dance.
I can do a little dem. Right, so you've got your sort of that colour, that sort of leaf as well. Just working from the same thing. Okay, so we're going to start now with our buds. So I've taped 3 together there already.
Well, Carol Catton said you've made it look so easy doing that, putting all the leaves together like that.
Well, you know, you can get away with murder with a spray, can't you, if you're mainly foliage. Right, so you left, right, the same with the leaves, so I'm working my way down. So I've got left, right, one there. Don't be afraid to snap it off, go back up, start again. And then go all the way down. Then bend them up, don't just have them flat, have a bit of movement in them, like so. And then I'm going to go 1. You can use half width tape if you feel more comfortable with that. 2. But when you're pricing out, you know, for a cake, include all your time for putting together, dusting and putting together. You know, it's not just the making of the flowers, is it? It's the time that's right. So maybe 1 there. So I'm bringing them all up.
Because like I say, you've got to make them, you've got to dust them, you've got to then wire them. But you know, like put them together, like you're doing.
This can take like an hour to put you know, put them all together.
It's not just I'll throw a quick spray together.
No,
it takes time.
I'm just bending those a little bit so they're sort of more up facing. You bend them around, and then I've got maybe another one there.
Well, they're loving watching you put this together. And Annette says making flowers is her favourite part of the cake making.
Yes.
It's really coming alive.
It's
so realistic.
Doesn't it just? It really does.
put one there. You've just got a few spares to go at, you know.
And all these flowers have been made with our Sugar and Crumbs sugar paste.
Sugar paste with Tylo.
With Tylo, so how good is that? It's very versatile.
Yeah, the leaves and everything. So we're going to put a bunch of leaves there.
And you can hear how dry they are. You can hear them just crinkling together there. It's dried really thin, isn't it? And
yeah,
lovely.
It's lovely. Lovely. I can't wait to make some more. Oh, just stretch it. So what I've done there now is what I've drawn on there. I've got my leaves there, I've got my leaves there. Just going to play around with them a little bit.
And as Louise Jones said as well, don't forget about the clearing up. It all adds up, you know, when you've got to clear up after yourself.
Ta-da. That's 2 hours at least. Right, so I've got leaves there, just being a bit overdue done with it. Bring that up. So I've got 2 sprays there, similar, yeah? Maybe bring that one round a bit. So then I'm going to grab it there and bend it, leaving half the width of the gerbera flower, because that's got to sit in the middle. So you do the same with this. You can work over a sponge if you want, if you feel, you know, a bit more brave. But don't bend them down here so you've got a massive spray, because 2 halves go together. You've got to fill that. You'd have to have 3 gerberas to fill it. So I'm just going to go finger length there. Now what you can do, what you should do really, is start, before I take it all the way down, is start with your clipper, to start clipping the wires out a bit so you don't end up with a great big handle. But I haven't done that. Right, so my 2 halves are together, so I'm going to end up with a great big handle. I can't secure that to one first.
You liking this, Terry?
Oh yeah. This is magical.
She's got a wedding cake planned here.
I know it's called now.
Just don't look at me.
You want to try it, Karen?
Right, so I'm just taking that down there. So we've got those 2 in place. Now, just press them on there, make sure it's secure-ish.
So as Karen said, logistics isn't her strong point. Putting it together looks like a 3-year-old did it. But you'd made a great thing of doing that plan, didn't you, on paper, to say what should go where.
What's going where, and that's it. I mean, okay, you can if you've got a gap that you didn't
tweak
expect.
It.
Yeah. Where did I put that flower now? Before. Oh, there.
It's always good to make a plan.
Hey.
It's always good to make a plan.
Lynn Diamond, Lynn Diamond's asking, are the flowers dry before you wire them?
Yes.
Yes.
They are. I know some pastes people tend to put things together while they're still soft. And you do get little breakages and things by doing it this way, but you've got scissors, you can cut out anything that's a problem. Right, so I'm just taking that down. Make sure that's secure. Something went flying then. Hopefully it's one underneath. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Was it that one you stuck in before? Oh well. No one knows because the
I'm just showing that they're edible. They are edible. Now, if you've got some good clippers that would clip that out, but I'm going to have to use the scissors. It'll absolutely ruin your scissors doing that. But I've got some fantastic clippers. Can I find them? I think they're in Jerry's workbox. I'll blame him anyway. Okay, so we've got that there. Now, you've got gap, and that needs, to my mind, so you get your leaves, bend it, fit it in. Yeah.
Well, they're absolutely loving this this flower arrangement. They're saying, wow, absolutely fabulous. I love it.
Good.
They're saying it's stunning. It's been a fabulous live.
Good.
Breeder needs to watch you close up. Well, Breeder, you're going to have to book on to the June demonstration social day then. June the 18th.
Yeah,
It'll
I'll be doing a flower spray on that as well. If what I've got planned things on. Right, and then the other one, you know, I said about 2 there, 1, 2. So I've got 2 there, 1, 2, and then 1, 2 on the other side. And so that would probably fit there. Okay, so for the final run down, say I wouldn't use that. That wouldn't look right, I don't think.
Well, Carol Gattenby said amazing. She loves it, and even her husband loves it.
Oh.
Her husband said they're amazing.
Oh, good. There you go. Who knew? He's into floristry. So you move them around. Remember that they break if you try to bend them. So it's the wires that you have to move, not the leaves. That one needs a bend there. That one needs a bend there. That one broke a bit, so can you cut it? Yes, you can.
Sound like Bob the Builder then.
I just thought I couldn't place what's there, but something says that. I thought it was a tune, name that tune. Right. Now, for this size handle, if you like, it does need cutting there. And so if you've got really good, I'm not going to even try with those.
Good clippers.
I've got some smashing cutters that will take that down. If you can't get a what you put them in? A posy pick. If you can't get a posy pick, the right size for that handle, then use a dowel.
A dowel, yeah.
You know, the hollow dowel, the big ones,
Yeah.
the hollow ones. If you can't get anything at all, you still wouldn't put that into your cake. Even if you only get a piece of, let me put this somewhere. What did I have that one before? Yeah, I'll just put it in there. Right. Even if you only have a piece of flour paste like this, it won't go in a posy pick if it's too long.
I'm just looking for
You need to just,
for you.
but even with a posy pick or anything
Yeah.
like that, you put a bit of flour paste in it to hold it into the posy pick. But even something like this, take your ball of paste. This has gone all dry. Let it open. Right, so take it down like that. Put your paintbrush handle in. Right, wiggle it about. You see what I'm going to do, can't you? You moisten down there with water, and then you would stick that handle in there and leave it to dry, because that is then okay to put into
It's
a
a safe
cake
coating
because
thing then, isn't it?
it's
Yeah.
flour paste, so you're good. You just don't put that with all the glue on the tape.
They're asking, can you use
But that's-
safety seal?
Yes, you can use safety seal. That's fine. Yeah. Yeah. So that's a simple little spray.
That is-
Just using the one.
Absolutely gorgeous.
thing
And
we got
everyone, the hearts
set.
flying up the page for you. And they're absolutely
Keep
loving
it
it. They're
still.
saying a fabulous line.
It just
fantastic.
needs to. Thank you. It just needs to be played with a little bit. I can see gaps when you look on there. I can see gaps.
One of the ladies on here says she works with a mirror in front of her. So when she's holding
Yes.
it, she can see in the mirror and she can see,
see
if
where
she's got
you
any,
need-
if she's got
yeah.
any gaps that she needs for the flowers. Which is
Yeah.
another good idea as well. There's all these
It is.
useful tips come forward.
Now you see, I'm looking at that now, and I know that needs a little bit there, and maybe even 2. Put 1 there, and you can just keep adding, but taping them in. So you're taking the white, so it's not just on the ends. You're bringing it round the the gerbera.
Absolutely brilliant. They've all
Okay.
said absolutely brilliant. Thank you, Marion, so much.
Oh,
It's been great having you in
so
the kitchen
welcome.
again. That is a
Thank
stunning
you for joining
display.
us. Yeah, great.
You've had a great audience tonight. So don't forget, if you put in your orders in for Patchwork Cutters, Marion's very kindly gifted us some free gifts to give away again.
The summer one.
So it's a gorgeous summer one. So if you put in the comments, watch Marion's live, you're going to prize draw to receive one of those. Don't forget our brilliant sugar paste that Marion has used tonight. She's just used all the Sugar and Crumbs sugar paste, and that's what's made that gorgeous floral display. Yeah. We have it on the launch price tonight. We've got the 2.5 kilo at £7.95, which saves you £3. We've got the 5 kilo at £14.95, which saves you a £5. We're only doing this until stocks run out. Once we get the new stock coming into the warehouse, unfortunately it will go back to full price, and we don't think we're going to be reducing it again. So get it while the going's good. Marion's done, she's done quite a few cutters tonight. She's done the extra large music notes, the mix and match side design, and the gerbera flower. And I know Carol has chosen some other ones as well. And she actually put a discount on quite a lot of Marion's cutters. And that offer will be on until after the social demo day on Saturday. So you've got until Saturday, probably Saturday late night, midnight, and then the offer will be taken off. But as we said, the extra large music notes have been put down to £7.99. The mix and match side design, which had those gorgeous roses in that you all love, is actually gone down to £6.99. You're saving £2 on that one. Wow. And the gerbera flower spray, which is that beautiful pink flower there in the spray, that's been put down to £7.99 as well. And as Marion said, you can make a daisy. You can do loads
with it. Have you done? What about the large numbers? The celebration numbers.
Celebration numbers. Yeah, they're on discount as well. I didn't write those on my list. I was naughty.
I don't think I'd put those on, but that was doing them.
Yeah. So I know if you do look in the wish list as well, and if you look on the Patchwork Cutters site, you will see that there are quite a few of the Patchwork Cutters have got a lovely discount on them.
That's cheaper than us.
But again, it's only on until Saturday after the social demo day, and we look so forward to seeing you all there on Saturday for the ladies who are going. I know some of you are arriving tomorrow and you're staying at the Premier Inn. I've seen some of you saying you're meeting up for tea.
Oh,
well done. And I'll be seeing you on Saturday. And we've got Lee Carroll on Monday evening. He's doing... Yeah. Lizzie Anthers.
Yes. Lizzie Anthers, yeah.
Lizzie
I couldn't remember that.
That's the one, Lizzie Anthers. We're looking forward to seeing Lee in the kitchen. Yeah. And then on Wednesday, don't forget, you can book on. We've got Claire Corbett, our great Claire. She's doing the Jubilee Macron Tower. And that is on Wednesday. It's a full day class. You can book on that. There's still time to book on that. You won't be working alongside Claire, as Claire is doing it live on the class for the first time, because she actually was bullied into doing this class. So she's actually going to do it live for you, and then Claire said she then can make you a kit list up with what you need to buy and what you'll need, because you'll still have a good fortnight to make your Jubilee Macron Tower. That's available on the website, and for all you ladies and gents who are in the Make It, Bake It, Decorate It group, don't forget you can get your £5 discounts off this. And for everybody who's not in the Make It, Bake It, Decorate It group, please bob along to our website, have a look at the price. We have it on at $59.99, or it could still be on special. I'll have a look. It's great. It works out that I think it's less than 90p a day now with the amount of lives that we put on for you, and you get to see loads of lives, loads of demonstrations. You get special offers. There is discounts. I mean, the ladies here and the gentlemen who have bought classes have actually made back their membership money back in the savings of the classes. So it really is a fabulous idea to join that. We have so much fun.
Yeah.
There is banter.
As always.
There is banter, so you will have fun with that. So take a look at that. And also, if you go onto our community page, you can ask the questions in there about what the Make It, Bake It group is about, and if people like it, and you will get lots and lots of positive responses, which might make you want to come and join us.
Yeah.
Marion, you look like a bridesmaid right now.
Yeah.
Please,
I would have to catch it.
we'd have to catch it because Terry's not taking any photographs. So Marion, once again, thank you so much for coming to the kitchen. It's been an absolute blast.
Thank you.
I can't wait back for you.
Thanks everyone.
You're back in June again, aren't you?
No, I'm doing the The live. Not the live,
the demonstration date on June the 18th,
yeah.
and that will go on sale as soon as the demonstration social date has ended on Saturday. The one for June will go on sale there, so then you can all book on that. And again, don't forget, if you're in the Make It, Bake It, Decorate It group, you get your discount.
Oh.
I can't give you the discount code on here because this isn't the private group, but the ones in the group, you know your discount code, and you can put that in and you can get your £5 off. So you're just getting deals everywhere.
Yeah.
Bargain.
Fantastic. Amazing.
Right.
Yeah, that's lovely. So
wonderful as always.
Yeah. Thank you all very much for joining us again, and see you soon.
You'll see them in June and I'll see you Saturday.
Yeah.